Hey everyone. So I do want to address this topic here, and this is going to be another my friendship with topic, right? So, as you know, me and Mari had messaged, and I know I have not really undid everyone else, and this is regarding part Jory, right? So not only was it Part Jory's birthday yesterday, shout out to Part Jory, but it is also on that same day our friendship anniversary as well, ironically. So let me just address what Mari showed me based on their conversation, her and Part Jory. So basically, she showed me that I guess she told some of the other, our friends, my ex-close friends, about me saying my final goodbyes to them based on my ex-close friend Memorial Wall, right? And just she said it to guys like Rhea, whom she also showed me, and I said the same thing, that she said to her as well, the same message that she said to Part Jory, but what I said, saying my final goodbyes, right? For Rhea, it was, I am going to have another topic on that, because I do want to talk about that too. Rhea's response, I even told Mari that I was surprised that I didn't think that she was going to tell Rhea this, but considering how very hurt she was of what I said to her and all that back then, but she just she told her anyway, and surprisingly enough, she did respond, and Rhea said what is it, that hope he has a peace of mind after this. Now, it's really nothing bad. I mean, she did hope that I was gonna have a peace of mind, right? And then ultimately Mari went on to respond. I didn't think she needed to say all that stuff, but it's whatever. And then it was all seen by Rhea, and that was that. So, I told Angel the same thing on the email that I was getting. At that time, I was getting the mental health, and she did not respond either. So, and those are two beautiful, and most caring friends I've had. Two beautiful, very caring friends I've had, and just showing my love and support for them, as well, my strong love and support, right? But yeah, so both of them did not respond to the fact that I was at that time taking on mental health and my meds, as a means of supposedly, which it really isn't, supposed to be helping with my mental health, right? My ongoing mental health issues, right? So, getting back to Part Jory, yeah, this is what she said to him, that, per the screenshot, that Part Jory says to her that, that she said hi to me. Okay. That must be a good thing. I feel flattered when I saw what Mari said, because Part Jory, I know, we have a very, very close friendship, and as I'm talking about our friendship right now, we had a really, really close friendship, and she was truly a doll. I mean, she was one of the, not only is she very pretty, but she's very attractive, and her personality is also attractive. She showed me during our entire friendship run that she was a truly caring person and a friend, and even at my worst, she would let me know, because I've seen, and I think I'm trying to remember if it was our last video chat where I saw her tone when she saw me getting frustrated. It was like, oh my god, like, calm down, Part Jory. I didn't think she was gonna go at me like that. I was like, but this was like 2 years ago or last year or something like that. Our friendship then was kind of already like in the, kind of like when you're walking on an off trail where it's really rough and all that. Was where our friendship was in the last year, or even the last couple of years more so. But I mean, it's been able to stay, and then it got rough and it stayed, and next thing you know, I thought last year that it was pretty much it, because she really, just like with everyone else who went their own ways after our friendship, just after parting ways, like that she just had enough, just like everyone else, like Angel and Rhea, Christine, Alyssa, to name a few notable ones, right? So look, it just sucks to see. I thought at least she was definitely over with me and all that, and right now I have not been on social media since, but because it was Park Jory's birthday yesterday, I was super busy, and I didn't really drop anything yesterday. I wanted to for her birthday. I was going to drop one, but it just ended up being a very, very, very busy, hectic day, and especially in the afternoon where it was, it was a very fun but pretty busy afternoon. So with family and all that. So I just thought I'd say, because of what Park Jory said in the, on that response to Mari, I'm glad. I'm glad that she reached out, saying to her that she said hi, right? So I may do a separate one where it's gonna be, me directly saying happy birthday to her, because I know I've done it before, in front of that Christmas tree, right? But for the sake of this topic, it will regard our friendship, because if now that I feel like there may be a chance for us to reconnect, right? Then it would have actually been now 10 years. Yeah, she's also 10 years. She's also back in 2015, class of 2015, with Sam and Pearl Jane, Christine, class of 2015. That she belongs in that class too. I met her in the Popsters World. Was it Popster Worldwide something? That's where I met Park Jory in November. So from there we started developing our friendship. We started becoming close friends. She's always been sweet to me. She's we had a very comforting, very solid, loyal friendship for the most part, right? Some great memories, especially on our video chats. I remember there's been that one time I was painting a waterfall, way back in 2018, and she video chatted me in Messenger. I was like, yeah, hey, how are you, and all that. So it was all good and well. I know I still had some distractions then, but now just looking back, while I'm not in social media now, since it's already been 10 months, I gotta say I really do appreciate our friendship. Just looking back now, because now I'm like I wouldn't really say that I'm in a real peace of mind just yet. To an extent I am away from social media, but of course my dump is still gonna be the problem. I know that's gonna sound very, like, at this point people are just kind of, at least some of my friends and ex-close friends are still not really buying that, because they're still gonna refuse to believe that my dump is the problem, and I'm still gonna stand by what I believe in. So, but apart from that, being away from social media when I'm not in my dump, I'm looking back at these friendships, and even the ones that that I still have to this day, like Cheska. I know I did her birthday late. This is the most I've ever done for Cheska, and I really, really, really feel like that was the best one I did, because when I was in social media back then, I had a hard time just really trying to focus on, it's not that I'm ignoring the friends who cared about me, but it's just there's so many other friends around, and I'll admit, and I may have another video on this, because I may finally just expose my own honesty of why Krizza was the real obsession. Maybe then I'll have Mari share that story as to how I lost, some of these other friends, and because I know some of them knew, like Angel, Rhea, and Marielle, like they saw through me that they knew that I was just having this unintentional obsession with Kriza, and that I was just that. And I knew in their eyes they knew that I failed them. I want to say I failed them. I don't know if that's really what they felt, but they just saw it in their eyes, like, they just saw through me that I was just on Kriza a whole lot. And it makes them wonder, like, do they really care that much? You know what I'm saying? Not that for them to think that I didn't care about them, but it was like, they, I don't know, they might think that I'm not valuing them enough when back then they were truly the friends that I cared for, or who really cared for me, and as I should with them. I know I am to them too, but it didn't really show that way. And that's why, like, being on social media then, it was like, it's just the most distracting. And yeah, I agree to an extent it is toxic, right? But so I'm trying to get into the goddamn mall. Oh man. So look, man, regards to Park Jory, as I'm not in social media right now, look, she's a sweetie, all right. It's just oh my god, what's this long line, dude? Getting into the mall? Come on, man, are you dead serious about this? Like, what? Oh my god, I should have gone. I had a hard time getting into the other lane. So, oh man, this is crazy. And it's already 1:31. Should I still be in the mall at this time? Because I just ate my lunch, and I normally eat my lunch, but I'm on my break, but I came in pretty late because I had to get blood. So I don't know. Maybe I will be there. Maybe I won't. I don't know. But for the most part, yeah. I was gonna say Park Jory was quite a sweetheart in that she really showed her true cares for me as a friend, and that she's just somebody that that I can. I mean, now that I'm out of social media, yeah, she does still have an email, and when I do get a chance, I got something for Park Jory. Right now, I'm not home, and a lot of my craft materials are at home, so it's just, I still got another one I gotta make for another friend that I haven't spoken to in a long time. But let me just be quick about this. I know I have a tendency to mix a lot of references, and when I was supposed to stay on topic, right? But look, Park Jory is she's a very good, caring friend, and I'll never forget what she has taught me with the life lessons. I know I've been stubborn, and I'll admit I was very stubborn to her a lot of the times when she saw my worst. And look, we've had our agreements and disagreements, but in the end, she'll always be a sweet friend to me. And I feel like now, because I told Mari to tell her, I said belated happy birthday, it showed me that she I guess she saw that I was still caring for her, that I would still be rooting for her, even if we were, parted from our friendship and all that, right? So, I'm just gonna go to Coffee Bean. Yeah, I'm just gonna go straight. We're gonna go into the mall. I could do that like maybe on Wednesday, because I got a game tomorrow to start the semifinals. So just forget about it. All right. Your luck out went a little slow, bro. So, yeah, I'm just gonna go to Coffee Bean. So, look, I know I might have repeated what I said, but I just hope there will be a chance that me and Park Jory will reconnect our friendship. Right now, I know, like, every time I'm in my dump, I'm always expressing my, like, it's like I don't even know the person that I am anymore, and it's hard. I know some are not gonna believe this, because they gotta be in my shoes. This dump that I'm in is just full of toxicity, and it's just beyond me to even see how much retardation that place brings. And apart from the fact that it's just quiet every goddamn day, is at the same time being there in my 13th year, it's hard for me to even belong there. So, I've already made a bunch of rants about that, but, again, I love for me and part of Jory to really, reconnect our friendship to where it'll get stronger. And this goes for the other guys too, the ones that, who have parted ways with me as well, But part of Jory is definitely one of them. I know I want a chance with some of the other guys too, but it's just right now, I would feel like a damn fool to even continue this worst version of me, and while reconnecting with some of these friends who just have kept seeing my worst, and eventually they're just gonna have enough. You know what I'm saying? So if I do have a chance to to permanently find my happiness and peace, then yeah, I'll definitely reconnect with these guys. You know what I'm saying? Even part Jory. So look, at the end of the day, I guess she'll definitely wait up, and I know she'll sounds like she'll still be willing to to reconnect, for us to reconnect our friendship. And I know she loves purple as well. I think she loves purple also, so I'll show my purple hearts to her as well, for her birthday. I hope she had a good one, and also just hoping that our friendship can come by and all that, so can really just be restable to where it'll be stronger. You know what I'm saying? Stronger than before. And that's me just when I do go back to social media, that I'm already in peace, and that I can forget about what just happened, and people will see a new version of me, and it's only going to take a new job to do so. I know this sounds like a very unpopular take, but it is what it is at this point. But part Jory, I just want to say thank you for at least still showing some care, and as far as our friendship's concerned, right now it's I'm really willing to make a comeback here, but right now I gotta fix a lot of things, and I want part of Jory, and this goes with the other guys too. When I do work things out with them, that they'll see me happy, and I will make them happy to see that I've fully changed. So I'm gonna leave it at that, man. Let me know what you guys think, part Jory. Let me know what you think. Okay? I miss you, darling. I'll holla at you, and I'll give me another holla when you see this. Peace.